I'm a foster care worker with the Crawford at Seago DHHS.
Okay, so we're here today on disposition for respondent father Skip Bauman. Uh, and you wrote a court report and the parent agency treatment plans and case service plans. You're familiar with all of them?
Yes.
Okay, so um, when you and we had our communication not too long ago, you would like to make some updates because, as you put it, a lot of things have changed since the court report was drafted about a month ago. I didn't.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Can you give us our verbal update regarding what we would like Skip Bauman to be doing in this case?
Yes. I identified, well, I guess I should say, as a team, Skip and I identified 5 needs for him. Those are sexual abuse, housing, emotional stability, resource availability management, and employment. The As for housing, there when I wrote my court report, he was still working with the housing worker through, I think it's OSHLA, OSHLA. It's a program specific to veterans. He had been nearly exited from the program at the time I spoke with her. Since then, he has been completely exited from the program. He had not been in contact with her. And then I had sent an email with both him and his worker, Michelle, in there. And he had responded to that, but then there was no further communication as far as I know. He says he doesn't keep up on his email super well and his phone had been shut off. So I asked that he'd reapply to that program or any other housing program really would be acceptable. That a lot of these things though are going to go hand in hand with each other because additionally, one of the other barriers was resource availability management. He has applied for Social Security. As of yesterday, when I was visiting him, he said that he had received 2 appointment notifications, one for a hearing test, one for just generally with Social Security. I've asked that he keep me updated on those meetings. I also told him that I'd be happy to attend, and that stands. If he would like me to attend those, I can do that. Otherwise, I just need him to keep me updated. And then the employment kind of goes hand in hand with that right now because he is not employed and there is a need for employment because he has a need for income. However, since he's applied for Social Security, he's not interested in getting employment at this time. However, it's still a need given that he has no income other than doing jobs for his ex-stepfather, which is good. I like that he's working. We just need to see something, some sort of legal employment. Additionally, housing is an issue due to he's currently living in a garage that he stays with a friend. He's got a small area in the garage that he's insulated for himself, which I'm happy that he's keeping warm this winter. However, it's not appropriate for a child to return to. So he needs to find appropriate housing for him. And LJ, that's Jenny, little Jenny, sorry, that's what everybody calls her. So that's how I refer to her. Housing that would be appropriate for both of them. But he has said that he is not able to secure housing until he secures the Social Security. So everything kind of hinges on that. Additionally, identified emotional stability. He let me know that a couple of months ago he was exited from counseling, that his counselor had stated that he had gotten the maximum benefit that he was going to get from that counseling service. He's supposed to give me his counselor's information so that I can contact them and verify that and then talk with them to see about if there's any additional things that he could be working on, which is also goes hand in hand with the need domain of sexual abuse. There is an ongoing criminal investigation regarding his sexual abuse of minor children. So that has not been resolved, but until then, I would ask that he return to counseling to work on those issues. But I had asked at the time that I wrote this report that he give me the contact information for his counselor so that I could communicate with them about the current circumstances. That is, I think that's the entirety of the update that I have.
Okay, so then as far as the need domains identified, you're asking the court to order those services that Mr. Bauman engage in those services as you outlined, and they're also detailed in your report.
Yes, and he's assigned his parent agency treatment plans. He's in agreement with them, at least
Okay.
last we spoke.
So parenting time is suspended at this time between Mr. Bauman and, as you refer to, LJ, little Jenny.
Right.
Okay. Um, is there another matter that you just found out about regarding some of the other children that you wanted to just mention here?
Yes. So I found out today, after I reviewed the delinquency hearing from earlier that Arian had been AWOL for since the first of the year. I had not been notified of that by either parents or probation. So I would just ask that Austin keep me apprised of if that's something that happens again, just because I have access to resources that I could help try to locate him. That's certainly terrifying. I've been a little sick to my stomach since I found out about it. And we'll be working on a safety plan. Essentially, I'm sure it's nothing that they haven't thought of, but just a safety plan that we'll have in the file. I'm happy, Arian, that you're home.
Okay. And then as far as I know, we started out that we settled the motion hearing. Just an update, there has been greater cooperation since the last time we were here.
Yes, I got to see the kids in their home. They're both doing very well. Sounds like since I was there, Arian might have some issues with school that I know the court's already aware. I heard about them in the delinquency matter. So I hope that gets taken care of. And then I do have a visit scheduled. I believe it's for the 22nd.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to offer today?
No.
All right, thank you. Nothing further, Judge.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Brown, questions on your client's behalf?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Delaney, as to your client?
Just a few questions. How old is LJ?
8, 9. She just turned 9. I'm sorry.
The suspension of parenting time is because of all of the above: housing, employment, the investigations, counseling, all those things.
No, the only reason that parenting time is suspended is because there is a pending CSC investigation, and LJ has not had a relationship with her father since she was about 4. And to reintroduce him right now would be difficult, to say the least, if there wasn't the CSC allegations. And if those are substantiated, then he could face termination of parental rights, and it would just not be positive for a kid to be reintroduced to their parent and then have them ripped away again.
Since you opened that last door, I'll have to ask some more questions then. Is the investigation by DHS or law enforcement, or both?
I believe it is both, but Matt Lawrence would be able to answer that a little bit better than me.
All right. But if those the CSC allegations were resolved favorably and closed, then you'd still be looking at not immediate contact because there has not been contact.
I think that's correct. I think LJ's in counseling services right now. She is working on identifying goals, building rapport with her therapist. I would want to see something therapeutic as a reintroduction. I've talked to Skip about that a little bit. He gave me a little trinket box. He gave me a little trinket box of things that LJ had left in his vehicle that he thought that she would remember and like to see. So I plan on giving those to the therapist just to see what her thoughts are on talking about dad, because no matter what happens, she's going to need to process that at some point. So I would hope that there would be an opportunity to do something therapeutic.
even though there has not been a substantiation starting at that level of the CSC, the department even opposes, I mean, because she's 9, even phone contact. Do you think that she's not ready for that?
I would oppose that because I have knowledge of the, I have some knowledge of what occurred, and I am not comfortable with that.
All right, I'll reserve my other questions for Mr. Lawrence. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Dowling, as a GAL, any questions that you have?
Just one, how's little Jenny doing?
She is doing so well. She's such a good kid. She has been with her foster family for a few months now. She's been doing very well with household rules, forming relationships with everybody in the home. She participated in soccer, then basketball, which was new to her. And then now she started skiing. She's been doing skiing lessons twice a week, and she is already doing skate stops and trying to throw snow on everybody when she stops. She's having a great time with that. She's in therapy, and as I said, just starting to process things. She's not quite there yet to start doing any trauma work. She got to see her brother Aiden yesterday, and that was a wonderful visit. They have not seen each other since the onset of the case, and honestly, I think even sooner than that, or even longer than that, sorry. They had a wonderful visit, and we're hoping to get all of the kids together sometime soon. So overall, she's doing very well. You know, she worries about her mom a lot though too. So, but still overall very well.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Sommerfeld, any additional? I have no questions for Ms. Casey. Thank you very much, Ms. Casey. Appreciate that. Mr. Sommerfeld, any additional witnesses or evidence on your behalf?
No, Judge.
Mr. Brown, any questions for your clients on your client's behalf?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Delaney, any questions?
None of this. I have a few questions for Mr. Lawrence.
All right, Mr. Lawrence, if you could raise your right hand so I can swear you in. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you have to unmute
Yes,
yourself,
I do,
sir.
Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Delaney.
Are you the, if you can tell us, the individual that's involved in the investigation for the department, or are you just aware that the department's involved in one?
No, I am the assigned investigator on the case.
And is there also law enforcement involved?
That is correct. There is. The Flint City Police Department is involved.
Mr. Bowman would be aware of this before today?
I don't know if they've had contact with him. I have not had direct contact with him as of yet, because in our investigation, we try to coordinate everything together with law enforcement.
Can you tell us if the subject of this is LJ?
The subject of this is all the children.
Okay. As in all the children that would be listed on the court's docket today.
That's correct.
Yes. Okay. I have no further questions. Thank you.
All right, any other attorney have any questions for Mr. Lawrence?
No, Judge.
Yeah.
All
No.
right. Mr. Dowling, do you have any witnesses or evidence that you wish to produce today?
Well, I have none, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much. Closing statements, Mr. Sommerfeld?
Judge, since this is the dispositional hearing, Ms. Casey has identified 5 need domains. There's appropriate services, and she's also given some verbal updates to the court. I would ask that that be the court that Mr. Baumann engage in to engage in those services and show benefit. Also, since this is the dispositional hearing, I would ask the court to send the JC 111 to Mr. Baumann regarding advice of rights, because this is one of the times when that is necessary, and we're about to conclude.
All right, thank you very much.
Jenny Scott in here.
All right, it appears that we have Ms. Scott with us, or coming on shortly.
The camera's just not on. I've asked her a couple times.
All right, so we'll continue with the disposition and then we'll address her in just a minute. Mr. Delaney, as to your clients, any additional closing statements that you have?
Just briefly, I think this is our first dispositional hearing, and for Skip's benefit, not the first person that starts at the bottom of a mountain, but the court will want to see progress every time we have a hearing. Eventually, if you get through enough hearings and enough time goes by without progress, you probably know in which direction the court would go, a different direction. But I just want Skip to be aware of that. We're at the beginning, but he'll need to show progress on things that he can control at this point. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Dowling, as GAL, any argument?
No, Your Honor, I just would indicate to the court that I have spoken with all of the children over the course of time since my appointment, and I believe they're all comfortable right now with their current contact with their mother or lack of contact, so they're good with the current situation.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you for your work today. All right, the court will adopt the recommendations as made by DHHS, which include that LJ, little Jenny, remain in the care, custody, and supervision of MDHHS, that Mr. Baughman comply with and benefit from his parent agency treatment plan, including the 5 areas mentioned by MDHHS on the record, which includes sexual abuse, housing, employment, resource management, and emotional responses. And then finally, that Mr. Baughman's parenting time would continue to be suspended between he and LJ pending the criminal sexual conduct investigation being conducted by both MDHHS and apparently the Flint City Police Department. And then we will send a copy of the advice of rights regarding appeal to Mr. Baughman and a copy to his attorney to make sure that his rights are preserved as to appeal and as to his right to have a court-appointed attorney for that and to get a transcript if necessary to complete that process. Is there anything else that you'd ask of the court today, Mr. Sommerfeld?
No, thank you, Judge.
All right, that's all for today then. Well, we better hang on and wait and see what we do with Ms. Scott. Is Ms. Scott with us?
Asked her to start a couple times.
My staff has asked her to start her video and including her audio. She's not done so yet. Ms. Scott, are you with us?
Yep.
Right. Thank you very much for being here, Ms. Scott. We have gone through the part of the case involving the dispositional hearing as to Mr. Baughman, but there is a part of the case that applies directly to you as well. So let me begin that process. This is called a pretrial hearing. Have you and your counsel received a copy of the petition in this case?
I don't know.
Mr. Brown, have you received a copy?
Yes, Your Honor, I have. I have had conversations with her with Ms. Scott regarding the petition. We had mediation set for this matter. We couldn't come to an agreement. I believe that she is stating that she just must not understand the petition. I've not been able to maintain real good contact. I would like a phone number if she has a new phone number. I don't know if I've got the right one. I assume I do.
All right, Ms. Scott, what number would you like your attorney to contact you at?
I will say I will give the attorney or Jordan Casey my number to give him so it's not plastered all over the internet.
All right, you need to do that so that he can have contact with you on a regular basis, because he's indicated to me that he's not been able to get a hold of you regularly and be able to assist you.
I work 50 hours a week. I work a full-time job and I struggle with answering my phone because I work a full-time job. I'm sorry.
Okay. Ms. Scott, I appreciate the fact that you work a lot, and that's a good thing, but that's not an excuse for not talking with your attorney and being ready to go to court. Sometimes you have to make priority decisions, and this has got to be the priority. So please be in contact with your attorney. Give your phone number to Ms. Casey, and Mr. Brown will contact Ms. Casey about that. Mr. Brown, are you aware, or Ms. Scott, are you aware of any Indian heritage that needs to be taken into account by the court?
There's no Indian heritage.
All right, thank you
Give
very
them a
much.
good one.
Mr. Brown, do you wish the court to read the petition to your client, or do you want to do that on your own and when you have a chance to meet with her?
Your Honor, I can do that on my own if I can get a hold of her.
I can call you tomorrow.
Tomorrow would be good. If you could call me tomorrow.
I can do that.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Scott. I appreciate your willingness to assist with that. Ms. Scott, you have the right to an attorney, and Mr. Brown has been appointed for you to help represent you in this case going forward. You also have the right to have a trial on the allegations in the petition. If you wish to have a jury trial, you'd have to demand that, and Mr. Brown will help you with that understanding as well. And you have the right to admit or deny. I'm going to assume, Mr. Brown, that you wish to deny the allegations at this time and have an opportunity to meet with her prior to a determination of whether or not to authorize the petition. Would that be correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. I believe the petition has been authorized. I believe we waived the prelim, although it is a pre-trial at this time.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm going to adjourn the matter so that you have an opportunity to meet with your client and advise her of all of the things that we've just talked about. We have another date in approximately 2 weeks or so. What's the next available date? I'm going to set a next available date. So I wish to have you and Ms. Scott meet as quickly as possible so that we can begin to decide what we need to do for the adjudication process of this case.
Okay, just to remind the courts, I am in a jury trial the entire week of the 26th.
Thank you.
Probably need the 10th again.
Looks like it would be February the 10th would be the next available date then that we have. So approximately a little less than a month from now. Ms. Scott, that'll give you a number of weeks to adjust your schedule at work so that you can meet with Mr. Brown and talk with him. And I want you to be very detailed in your questions so that you are fully aware of what's going on and how best to proceed in this case next. Because when we meet on February the 10th, I'd like to make some decisions about where we go and how we do it at that time. Mr. Brown, is there anything else that you think needs to be done today?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Sommerfeld, is there anything else that you think needs to be done today?
No, Judge. Thank you for clearing up the Native American question. I noticed on the case service plan there was some indication of such, and I don't recall that. I don't know why that's there, but I don't want it to become an issue later on because that would affect. It doesn't affect, I don't think, Jenny as far as Skip Bauman, but the other children, there were 2 of them that were indicated.
Right.
They don't have
All right.
Indian blood.
Yep. We thank you for that, Ms. Scott. All right. We will adjourn this matter to February the 10th. What time was that again?
2:30.
At 2:30.
Okay, thank you.
That's all for today then. Thank you all very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
You.